Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here once again, and I am here today to review the trailer for, I guess you would call it official trailer 1 for Supergirl. And, as you guys know, I was not a fan of the first trailer, the teaser trailer, as they called it. I thought it was terrible. I thought that it just was like there was basically nothing good about it that I could see, except for the performance of the lead actress, Millie Alcock. She seems like she's a good actress, but from this second trailer, or official trailer 1, my hopes for the movie have now significantly decreased, because it seems like they tried to pull out all the stops with this trailer. Like that they had to, first off, they had to start off with, okay, the dog gets hurt, and the stupid dog that we don't care about, and she's got to save it in 3 days and get this antidote for it, and right off the bat they do that. And I think that's because it's like easy sympathy. It's like an easy sympathy card. It's an easy card to play, of like, oh look, there's the cute dog. They did that the whole time for the Superman promotion and marketing. They're like, oh look, it's Superman, but oh look, there's the cute dog. Oh look, there's the cute dog. And they just did that over and over and over again. And it turned out that he wasn't even Superman's dog. And it's super confusing to me, by the way, more shitting on Superman, because at the end of that movie, for some reason, Superman is sitting on the moon and he's overlooking Earth with Krypto. And this is after he gave him back to Kara. So that whole thing is super confusing to me. It's almost like they just wanted to do that shot, and so they just stuck it in there at the end of the movie. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they couldn't have added just like 10 more minutes to the movie, maybe of like a montage of him being Superman, and then you could have added that there. And that's like a little side note, because that makes no sense. Like, so Krypto is going to be like part of the main focus of this movie too, which, automatically that's trash. But number two, that whole thing in Superman did not make sense at all. Some people were saying that, like, she abandoned Krypto, and so at the end it was like a very somber and sweet scene of like him and Krypto like embracing and like trying to get over that or something. Like but I don't know what that was about, that shot, because it does not work now. Because now in this trailer, she loves Krypto. She's with him all the time, I guess, now, and he's conveniently gonna be with her now, of course, so that she can't do anything herself, because she's got to be on a team. She can't really, and that is one of the biggest issues with modern movies, is you have these characters who can't do anything themselves. They have to have other people help them. They have to have other heroes help them. They did have a couple of shots in this trailer of her doing a couple of things by herself, but I gotta be honest, this movie is ugly as hell. It is so bad looking. It just looks like mud. It looks like CGI and mud. It looks dirty, grimy, and it looks like Guardians of the Galaxy in a very, very blatant way. I mean, if you just, like, I don't know, like, you could do a couple of tweaks, and you could literally just put Guardians of the Galaxy, semicolon Supergirl. Even though it's not the same, comic universe, this feels like Guardians of the Galaxy. They have another pop song and this time it's slowed down. It's the epic cover, and the music was better. It was better than that annoying song that they played over the first teaser like a million times. But the whole thing is just evoking Guardians of the Galaxy, and everything looks brown. Everything has this ugly, like, brown, beige, just bad, boring look to it, and it's so unappealing. It's so unattractive, this movie, and that's just so weird to me. Like, you're gonna make the Supergirl movie unattractive? Like, that's the one that you're gonna, like, okay. Like, I don't know, like, I've seen pictures of the comic that they're basing this movie off of, supposedly, and, like, where are all the colors? And where's the look of the comic? I mean, there's nothing about this trailer that looks like the comic for the most part. There might be a shot here and there that people would be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, on page 17, there is a certain shot that looks exactly like the trailer. Well, okay. But just overall, I don't know why movies have to look so ugly nowadays. I don't know what this obsession is with people having to work on a team. It's so been there, done that. I wish I could just have a movie where you could have, like, a main character who does everything themselves, and that's that. You know, like, let's have a couple of those mixed in with the ones about, you know, the Guardians of the Galaxy and, you know, the teams and, you know, the Avengers and all that bullshit. Like, I'm sick and tired of teams. And to me, too, it almost seems like they do not believe in Supergirl, because they had to stuff this trailer. They had to have the villain. They showed him a lot. He looks like a woke version of Pinhead. He looks like a stupid, like a Hot Topic Pinhead with not even any pins. He just has all these metal bumps all over. And he looks like complete trash. He looks like an obscure, like a 1990s, like a Guardians of the Galaxy villain. You know, he looks terrible. He looks awful. You know, he does not look like he's going to be a great villain. They had to show Lobo. Lobo is just, I mean, Jason Momoa, I can't stand him. I can't stand anything that guy is in. He's just like a walking clown, honestly. Like, everything that he does is just, I'm this big buffoon and this big clown. You know, yeehaw! Oh yeah! You know, like, that's what I get from him. And then, of course, they show Crypto a lot, and they show Superman 2, a.k.a. Super Shit. They show him a lot, and, well, a lot at first. Like, that's the first thing they show. The first thing they show is they have to remind you, oh yeah, here's Superman, keys jingling. And so, yeah, overall, I might be being too harsh on this movie, but I just couldn't care less about it. I couldn't care less about the stupid plot. I couldn't care less about the characters. I don't know why we're getting a Supergirl movie, to be quite honest. Like, to be honest, like, I know that this might sound a little mean, but I don't care about Supergirl. I care about Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, the Justice League. I don't care about Supergirl. And so this movie, I'm going to give this trailer, because I thought it was a slight improvement on the last trailer. It still looks terrible. It still looks like something that I just do not give a flying fuck about. In fact, the whole time while I was watching it, I was not only reminded of Guardians of the Galaxy, I was reminded of Captain Marvel. And now, not the first Captain Marvel, which I didn't even watch the first one. This reminds me of Captain Marvel 2. So just take a minute to absorb that. This movie looks like Captain Marvel 2 mixed with Guardians of the Galaxy in a very bad way. And, you know, I think, honestly, Marvel is destroying DC right now. Like, last year, they released Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was serious. It was a serious movie. It was so good. It was the best movie of the year. I'm not even a Marvel fan. I hate Marvel. I hate the MCU. I love Marvel comics. Excuse me, sorry, but I hate Marvel movies. I hate what they've become. They're like slop. But Thunderbolts was amazing. And they did a really good job with that movie to where it stands on its own. And then they released the Fantastic Four. And honestly, again, Fantastic Four was a solid movie. It was not great. I think that Pedro Pascal was severely miscast. But the great thing about that movie, which is what was missing from Superman, is that it took itself seriously. Superman did not take itself seriously. Superman was like a Marvel movie. And so Fantastic Four somehow was the better DC movie over Superman of last year. And then you have what's coming out right now. You got Daredevil Born Again, which, not a huge fan of that show, but it's a lot better than this. It's a lot better than Superman and Supergirl, like this silly, just grimy, ugly, muddy CG. Just everything just looks so bland. It looks like boiled chicken with no salt and pepper on it. It looks like you go into the old folks' home and they're like, "Hey, would you like a free meal?" Shirley didn't want to touch her chicken and noodles, and then you and then you get the plate, and it's like a plate of white mush, and on top of it, it's like hashtag super shit or something like that. Like, that's what this trailer is. That's what this movie looks like. I'm not excited for it at all. The one thing that I'll say that I'll be very, 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 very gracious about, or not gracious, I don't even know why I said that, but very, very nice about, is that I think that Millie Alcock is a good actress from this trailer, from the last trailer I saw, and I really hope that at least her performance is good. You know, like, out of everything, like, I hope that she's a good Supergirl. I hope that, I mean, to be honest, too, I think another thing that could be really embarrassing would be if she got to do more cool stuff and more stuff by herself than Superman. Because remember, Superman was basically just other people doing everything for him the whole movie, and he couldn't really do anything at all. He probably couldn't even wipe his ass on the toilet, you know. He probably had to have Lois do that, and, you know, what... you know, like, after she carried him to the ship, after he got injured, he had to get taken back to the farm, and he's like, "Lois, I gotta go to the bathroom again." and Ma Kent is like, "Oh no, Lois, I can take care of him this time." And Lois is like, "No, it's okay. I'll do it." That's probably what happened. I mean, that's probably genuinely what happened, is like Superman, because like, just never mind. But anyways, I hope the movie's good. I don't have any hope for it, though. I don't have any hope for DC. I hate this universe. I hate the characters. I hate what James Gunn has done. As I said many times before, I never thought that James Gunn was right to lead the DC universe. Now, sacked Snyder, he was not right to lead. So I am not saying that he was better, but actually he kind of was, because at least he took things seriously. You know, I mean, even though a lot of what happened in that universe was awful, and it's some of the worst things I've ever seen ever in my entire life, but at least he took things seriously. Even though I would never go see a movie of his in theaters, I would never support him coming back to DC. I still would say, though, at least he took things seriously. James Gunn does not take anything seriously. He has that trauma mindset of everything's a joke. And it's like a Marvel mindset, too. It's like The whole reason that Marvel went downhill is all because of Guardians of the Galaxy. Everything started getting turned into a joke. Everything started to become being on a team, and as soon as that movie came out, Marvel was done. There have been some good movies since then, I guess, but like Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was great. Thunderbolts is the second best Avengers movie, with the number one being The Avengers 1, directed by Joss Whedon, who I wish that Joss Whedon would get to do a Justice League movie, like, all by himself, because he really improved the version that we were gonna get, and he did the best that he could, and he's a lot better than James Gunn and Zack Snyder combined, to be honest, in terms of directing talent, not in terms of his personal life or anything, but yeah. So I would give this trailer, I would give it a C minus. I think that it looks really bland and mediocre. It looks like a Guardians movie. It does not really feel like something that I'm excited about seeing. It looks ugly. There were a lot of times too where it was just like a mishmash. Like they would show these scenes so fast that like it just all looked the same. It just all looked like the same slop just going back. It's like, oh, here's smashing things, and here's fire and explosions, and here's rubble exploding and pieces of spaceship exploding. Oh yeah, and then here's Supergirl, and she's in a trench coat like the Columbine shooters. Like, oh wow. And you know what else is funny too? They took her out of that trench coat so fast in this trailer. You know, in the first trailer, they kept on showing her in that trench coat, but in this one, she's hardly in it at all. And I think that was like like major damage control. Which that's what this whole trailer felt like. It felt like damage control, and it felt like, hey, we know that the first trailer was terrible, to open it up with Crypto peeing all over a picture of Superman, and just a very joyless trailer. And this trailer is just more of that, but there's more characters that they show, and the music is a little bit better. It's still, again, it's like Guardians of the Galaxy. So, did I already say that I gave it a C minus? Because I just want to make sure I got that down, because I will say this too, it did look a lot better than Lanterns, whatever Lanterns is. The Lantern show with no green in it, and no Green Lanterns, and just the brown lanterns and the beige lanterns. So yeah, so that's what I think of the Supergirl trailer. I might be being a little too harsh. I don't really care. Like, I've gone past the point of caring about DC. I've gotten past the maybe it could be really good. I still might see it in theaters though, because I really think that the actress is good, and so and it's a blockbuster, so I don't know. I might not. I don't know. So please like this video and comment, and please let me know what you thought of the trailer, because if you liked it, that's totally fine. And I'd love to know why you liked it, or why you didn't like it personally. Is there something that I missed? There were a lot of stupid jokes in the trailer too. There was just like joke after joke after joke. Like, it opens up and they're like, your dog only has 3 days to live, but there's an antidote somewhere. And it's like, oh, what a letdown. What a bummer. This is not... Like, I hope the dog's okay. There's some movies where the dog dies, but, like, I hope that this isn't one of them. Like, it is a stupid character, especially the way that, Superman could not do anything by himself. He had to have the dog do everything for him, and it wasn't even his dog. And then after that, like, super low moment, it's like a montage of jokes for the rest of the trailer, and a montage of like, ha 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 ha, oh look, it's funny, because Lobo, like, smashed a glass on the ground after he took a drink, and he said, ha ha ha, wow, that's really, really funny. And you know, just these really dumb, like, Guardians of the Galaxy style dad jokes that they sprinkled in there. So yeah. And then please subscribe to our channel if you appreciate honest reviews like this, because say what you will about me, maybe you could even call me Mr. Negative, which I think there is a... Isn't there a comic character, Mr. Negative Comics? I'm not a big comics guy. Oh yeah, it's Spider-Man. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not Asian, so... Okay, maybe you shouldn't call me Mr. Negative, because it wouldn't make any sense. But maybe you could, I don't know. And then lastly, I promise, if you'd like to support this channel more, please check out our Patreon page, because that is where I get really in-depth, I'm talking hour-long spoiler reviews, rankings, bonus content that you'll never see on the channel, the main channel, and lastly, my short film, which, you know, that short film was made with under $1,000, and I think for being under $1,000, it is one of the best that there is. So that's it. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon, and thank you so much for watching.